covered ATC. ATC is allowed for which type of assessee? Individual or HUL on payment basis. Every type of deduction under ATC, there are some differences, whether allowed only for assessee or spouse or children or whatever. So that depends from case to case basis. Okay? Yes. Overall ceiling limit of ATC 1.5 lakh. After ATC we have ADCCC. ADCCC is for what? Contribution to approved pension fund of non-government. Example is LIC. Correct? Then deduction limit is how much? For ADCCC only. Okay, 1.5 lakhs. After ADCCC we have ADCCD. ADCCD 1. ADCCD 1 deduction limit 1.5 lakhs. Whose contribution deduction? Employee's contribution. ADCCD 1B. Extra deduction for employee's contribution only. And ADCCD 2. Employer's contribution deduction to NPS. Then limit without limit, correct, without monetary limit. And ADCCD 1 limit is 1.5 lakhs. ADCCD 1B limit is 50,000. Correct. And all cumulative limit is ADCCE 1.5 lakhs. After that we move to section 80D, medical. Correct. D for the Y. 80D. So D for the Y, that is medicines. Correct. In that case, allowed for assessee, spouse and dependent children, and also allowed for parents, whether dependent or not. Now only depending on senior citizen or not, it is either 25,000 or 50,000. Sub limit is there for preventive health checkup. Rupees 5,000 can be paid in cash also, any mode. Correct. But others than preventive health checkup has to be paid not in cash. There was one important point in that 80D. If a person is not covered under insurance policy, medical insurance policy, then for anybody, himself or spouse or parents, if they are senior citizens but not covered under insurance policy, then we can give deduction up to rupees 50,000. That is not a separate limit. Okay, for parents or senior citizens the limit is 50,000. Yes or no? Then after that we saw 80E. Correct. Education loan interest. So only interest component. Principal to be allowed as deduction. In 80E not. In 80C housing loan principal is allowed as deduction. Correct? Okay. Deduction in respect of maintenance including medical treatment of a dependent disabled or disabled dependent, same thing. Okay. What is expenditure? Maintenance including what? Medical treatment of who? Dependent and disabled. So it has to be disabled. So the difference in 80D and this section is what? Here there has to be a component of disability. Okay. And here are we using the word directly? Father, mother, brother? No, we are using the word what? Dependent. So dependent includes. Check who all they include. Individual, spouse, children, parents, or even brothers and sisters of the individual. And in case of HUF, that means what? Expenditure is done by HUF. For who? For any member of that HUF. They will be treated as dependent. Okay. So who will claim the deduction? Member or HUF? Obviously then HUF. In case of HUF, a member thereof is who is wholly or mainly dependent. Wholly or mainly dependent on the assessee. Which assessee? HUF. And has not claimed himself. Who himself? The member himself has not claimed any deduction under section 80U. In that case, if HUF spent on the member, HUF can claim deduction. Always keep in mind, we always discourage or it is not allowed to take double deduction. In this case, member also himself taking deduction and an HUF also for the same transaction will not be allowed. Understood? Yes or no? Person with disability or severe disability. Okay, severe means what? 80% or more. Now 80% or more, now that is determined by, you can say, doctors or medicine. That is something different. That is not for you and me to calculate. That will be given to you that this is certain percentage of disability. Usually there is at times you can say For people, there is a blindness, or people might be blind. So there are again certain stages. How blind you are. There is a small problem or major problem or totally dark. So that can be a stage. Similarly, for disability, there can be a percentage. Are you following or no? Yes or no? There is this also Olympics. Olympics also for there. Paralympics. Correct. So depending again on the category of disability. But just because a person doesn't have one finger like Hrithik, or extra finger like Hrithik Roshan, okay, extra. Or one person doesn't have one finger doesn't mean he is disabled that way comparatively compared to a person who doesn't have both the legs. That would be very unfair then. Yes or no? To put them in the same category. So all these sports also, whatever Paralympics is happening, that they do it according to the percentage of disability or eligibility of disability. You can say that. Understood? Yes. Okay. So the deduction is available to an assessee who is resident in India, being individual or HUF. Pay attention. ADU. Deduction if assessee himself is a person with disability and incurs expenditure for medical treatment. So when will you get a deduction? Only when there is an actual medical expenditure. For what? For disability, or you can say whatever is mentioned under section 80U, those type of diseases. Okay, so disability which is as per section 80U, and this disability as per 80U where we had the reference clubbing of minor, correct or not? So disabled as per section 80U. Okay, then 80DD, different section, but all these medicines, all these device expenditure that are right now, we are doing all of them together. Okay, so 80DD, any amount paid for medical treatment including nursing, training and rehabilitation of the dependent being a person with a disability. Okay, that can be also covered under section 80DD. Any amount paid under a scheme by LIC or even other insurer for the maintenance, okay, of the dependent being a person with disability. Okay, so depending on whichever section is applicable, you can claim deduction under section 80U or even section 80DD. Is there a monetary limit? There is none. Now we will see. Deduction rupees 75,000. Okay, in case of severe disability, then 1,25,000. Highlight this. Irrespective of actual expenditure. Irrespective of actual expenditure, you can get the deduction. For 80DDB, only for certain disease or ailment. Ailment means some process, some, you can say ailment is what, how do you define it? Ailment, not oilment. Ailment is medical process or medical treatment. Okay, for certain disease or ailment, 80DDB, assessee has actually paid any amount for the medical treatment of such specified disease. That means they are particularly mentioned in that section for himself or even for dependent. Okay, in that case, deduction amount actually paid or sum of rupees 40,000, whichever is less. So there is a ceiling limit of 40,000. For a resident senior citizen, amount paid of rupees 1 lakh, whichever is less. So for senior citizen, there is an increased ceiling limit of rupees 1 lakh. But when will the deduction of 80DDB will be allowed? Only when the disease is specified disease. It should be mentioned in that section. Okay, only for specified purposes only. Specified disease, not for cough, cold, small diseases. No, they are specified proper disease. Okay, so here on the left hand side, what do we have? Disability. Is it about disease? Particular disease. It is about disability. Here there is about particular disease. Okay, check. If the dependent with disability, okay, this means what? The person on or for whom the expenditure is being incurred. Pre-diseases, the individual or member of HUF referred to above, okay, an amount equal to the amount paid or deposited as stated above shall be deemed to be the income of the assessee for the PY in which some such amount is received by the assessee and shall accordingly be chargeable to tax as the income of that previous year. This is, I think, for the scheme. Let me check this. And the deduction under this section shall be reduced by the amount received under insurance. Okay. From an insurer or reimbursed by an employer for the medical treatment of the assessee or dependent on or member of HUF. This point little bit was covered in salary somewhere. Somewhere, yes. The loan given by employer to employee. Is there that case? Is that a perquisite? Loan given by employer to employee. Which loan? Concessional loan, so that becomes perquisite. In that concessional loan, some cases were there. SBI rate of 1419 or 1st April. The thing was, if the loan was taken for medical purpose, then it was not for medical treatment, then it was not a perquisite. That is point number 1. But if employer has given loan and the employee gets insurance benefit or insurance claim, that gets reduced, the exemption shall not apply. The exemption not apply means it will be taxable, no? Yes or no? So much of the loan has been reimbursed to the employee under medical insurance scheme, correct? So if deduction is claimed under section 80 DDB and you get some money back from the insurance company, the deduction will be proportionately reduced. Check the wordings. The deduction under this section shall be reduced. Okay, when? By the amount received under insurance from an insurer or reimbursed by the employer. Are you following or no? Same thing. If there is some benefit to the person, he is getting it back from whom now? Either insurance company or either employer for the medical treatment of the assessee or dependent or the member of the HUF. So whatever deduction you claim over here in 80 DDB, if you receive money from insurance company or employer, that will be reduced from the deduction. Okay. 80EE. Deduction for interest on loan borrowed for SOP by individual. Principal was already covered, always covered since long time in ATC. Which principal? Loan for housing purpose, correct? Principal is covered. As well as interest on housing loan is already covered in 24B, house property. Yes or no? So check. Pay attention. Some extra benefit you are getting here. The maximum deduction allowed will be rupees 50,000. The deduction of up to rupees 50,000 under section 80 EE, very important, highlight this, is over and above the deduction of rupees 2 lakhs available under section 24. 24B, do you remember? And here importantly the property is what? SOP ceiling limit is under that chapter itself is 2 lakhs. Like I said, I think I had given you example last time also, no? You could claim double deduction. That stamp duty paid was allowed as ATC deduction, and stamp duty paid is also cost of acquisition. So again you are claiming it as index cost of acquisition. So you can claim double deduction over here also now. They have now clarified it that 24B and 80EE will be separate. Are you following or no? So only if by chance an assessee was paying, let us say 2.7 lakhs only towards interest. Are you following? Then 2 lakhs can go where? Yes, under 24B, and 50,000 can go under 80EE. Yes or no? Correct? And also let us say principal under section 80C on a higher side, how much? 1.5 lakhs. So 1.5 lakhs, then 2 lakhs, and then 2 lakh 50,000. Almost what? 4 lakhs benefit for deduction from house property. Yes or no? Correct? But obviously separate sections and separate rules for the same. But it is not for all the cases, only specific cases, and that is actually very, very rare case. Check. In respect of loan borrowed for acquisition of self-occupied property, what is the condition? Check. The assessee should not own any residential house on the date of sanction of loan. So tell me the purpose of this or motive behind this. That means this is the first time, or first you can say ownership of the assessee. This is the first. They were encouraging people to buy their first home, isn't it? First SOP, that is the purpose. Yes or no? Then value of the house, that means your SDV, stamp duty value, not exceeding rupees 50 lakhs. Again, that means whatever you are encouraging the first time persons, it need not be son of Mukesh Ambani. It has to be what? The SDV should be less than 50 lakhs, means very, very average persons in a way, correct? Then the loan sanction should not be up to rupees 50 lakhs. Minimum or not minimum, maximum it can be 35 lakhs. That means what? You have to contribute at least on your own 15 lakh rupees, correct? And very difficult condition. The loan should be approved or borrowed in 1670. Have they used the word on or after 1670? No. That means as of today, we cannot avail this benefit. So it is kind 80EE at least was at least once in a lifetime offer kind of. Year is gone now. Unless they amend it or do something else. They have done that. That is different. But at least 80EE was only for that 1 year. Are you following or no? Now tell me, so as of today, can we claim deduction under section 80EE? No. No. If we are taking a new loan or new house property, 80EE will not help us. But pay attention. Those of who had taken a loan in 1617, can they today claim the deduction? Yes. Obviously yes, no problem. Home loan you are not taking for 1 year, no. Home loan you take for 10, 15, 20 years. So every year you are paying principal and interest. Are you following? The only thing is about 1617 is what? The loan should be sanctioned in 1617. Understood? So even if today they are paying the interest, you will get the deduction. But now if you are buying the home for the first time, 80EE is not going to help. Understood? For them, they have different, one more they have given. Check. That is okay. 80EE is covered, everyone? Yes? So, little bit extension of 80EE is 80EE A. Yes or no? Section, how many sections we have? Everything we go to adding A and A, 10, then 10A, then 10 double A, then 10 triple A and something like that. That is, everything is happening. So obviously, after double E, they are adding A, it means it is immediately succeeding to double E. Okay? So 80EE and 80EE A, they are very much similar. Different but similar. Check. Again, interest on loan for SOP, residential house property. Which year?
This year.
Yes, this year. Yes? With effect of. That means you have now how many months remaining in this whatever financial year, whatever number of months are remaining, then that is allowed. Check what is happening. Individual assessee who is not eligible to claim deduction under section 80EE. Okay? That means who is already not claiming double E. Okay? The individual should not own any residential house on the date of sanction of loan. So is 80EE kind of again reinvented or again brought into picture, correct? And maybe in future they can keep on doing this, okay? Loan sanctioned by a financial institution during the PY current year 1920, but they have reduced the value of the home 45 lakhs. Deduction maximum allowed 3 times of 80EE, 1,50,000. Yes or no? Again, it is over and above 24B. Are you following or no? So very important. People will start telling you now. Check. Your 24B is how much? 2 lakhs. Everyone? Okay. Coming back to your deductions. First 80C is how much? 1.5 lakhs, and 80EE is how much itself? 1.5 lakhs. Total 5 lakhs benefit. All of these are deductions only or not? From the incomes. Yes? The good thing is actually, if it is SOP, tell me, and it is first home loan or first house or only house, then this 2 lakhs will be income or loss? The 2 lakhs 24B figure, 2 lakhs is income or loss? Loss, no, it is SOP, no. So all the rest of the income is showing nil and 24B is directly 2 lakhs, it is loss. HP loss can be adjusted against all of the incomes, any income, and then again you have separate ATEEA also. So it is kind of a, yes, good, you can say, benefit in this year only. But again, what is required? Loan should be sanctioned only between 19, 20. Just like your ATEE was for what? 16, 17. Correct? Can we claim both of them? Obviously not. Correct? First home, and in that year only loan should be sanctioned. Done? One more. Very interesting. And I like this. Promotion or encouragement of changing towards electric vehicle. Again, only from this year they have started. Okay. Do you know, by the way, government has already mandated or told the automobile industry that everyone has to change to electric vehicles. I think by 2025 they have given a kind of due date. 2025. All the vehicles whichever will be now manufactured after that year, they will have to be electric. Anyway, so that is one of the steps they are taking towards that direction, that you can take some benefit. Check. Interest, pay attention. Deduction in respect of interest on loan taken for purchase of electric vehicle. This is, I think, one of the first loan only which is allowed for personal consumption. You may take a car, motorbike or TV, fridge, whatever. That was not much of a helping you at all for any deduction. But for electric vehicle, this is being allowed for the first time. Okay, and this has nothing to do with the purpose of business. They are obviously not saying that this will be used for business. If at all it is used for business, then what will happen? If at all it is used for business, then it will go under motor car or PGBP. You will claim depreciation on it, isn't it? So this is for each and every assessee. It has nothing to do with business. Check. Individual assessee and loan should be sanctioned by a financial institution, either bank or specified NBFC. The person should be individual assessee. Who? The person who has taken the loan. Loan should be taken obviously for purchase of electric vehicle. We have the vehicle loans, no? We have home loans and we also have home loans and vehicle loans. So vehicle loans, but only for electric. The loan, pay attention now. You still have time for this. All the loans taken between 1/4/19 to 31/3/23. So this is not 1 year offer. This is how many year offer then? 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 5 years. Correct? But deduction allowed maximum is 1.5 lakhs. Of what? Principal or interest? Principal or interest? Interest. Today also, if you take a motor car or bike for yourself, personal consumption, do you have any benefit? Can you claim any benefit in income tax? No, unless you are using it in business. That also will get a depreciation. Yes or no? But here, even if it is personal consumption, you are getting a deduction. Understood? Okay. 10. Teja, do the honors.
1995. A copy of the certificate from the medical authority is submitted. Compute the amount of deduction available under section PTDD for environment.
Okay. So that both these amounts we have ATU and ATEED. They were for disability. Yes or no? ATU was for expenditure. Correct? And ATEED is for contribution or maintenance to a particular fund. Purpose of fund? Purpose of the fund? Maintenance. Yes or no? ATEED. Check. Compute. How much figure? Irrespective of actual expenditure, in fact. Have they given you severe disability? They have not given that it is severe disability in the question. Correct. There are only two figures, no, for deduction under ATU and ATEED. 75,000 and 1,25,000. How much? Exactly. Dependent doesn't include. Dependent doesn't include. You said independent doesn't include. Proof है आपके पास. अगर बोलोगे सर तुमने हाँ मैंने ऐसा बोला था तुमने सुना ही नहीं सर. Anyways, so there is a disability. We are not given severe disability or not. Yes or no? So write down. Expenditure, that is contribution to fund. Expenditure, that is contribution to fund, is for maintenance of handicapped includes disabled. Okay, it is the same synonym, handicapped or disabled. Handicapped who? Grandfather. Therefore, deduction under section 80 DD will not be allowed since grandfather is not covered under dependent relative. Yes or no? Who all we had over there? Correct. How much did he spend or deposit in the fund? 50,000. Therefore, question number 11. What will be the deduction if Mr. X made his deposit for his dependent father? Check the provisions. Irrespective of actual expenditure. Deduction under section 80 DD is allowed for dependent father, comma, irrespective of actual expenditure. Therefore, deduction of rupees 75,000. Next one, come to the textbook again. GG. कितना है बोल रहे? Okay. Gigi agak Gigi. Gigi. Why not GI? Why not GI? High point. आ जाओ 80. GG. Deduction in respect of rent paid. Pay attention, important. Rent paid. Where do you get the benefit? Rent you will pay obviously for right now house property. Assume that, not machinery rent. Rent you are paying for house property. Where will you get the benefit of the same? Except 80 double G. Okay, that is a house property, good. You are paying rent or receiving rent? What question to his answer actually. We are saying the case, pay attention. Shh. We are seeing the case where rent is paid and you're getting a benefit. Which? Yes. Good. House rent allowance. Remember or no? What happened in that? That was a part of salary and the employee is actually paying rent for self accommodation and then he is getting the exemption also. Section 1013A. Correct? Okay, good. Anyways, so HRA is part of salary. That means which persons can claim benefit of HRA? Only those who are. It is so unfair. Correct? Any other person who is not an employee, correct, who do not claim HRA exemption because he is not receiving it, doesn't mean they are not paying rent, no, for their own accommodation. So other than employee, now those people can also claim under section 80GG. And again, yes, they are mutually exclusive. That means if a person is already claiming under HRA, he cannot claim under 80GG. And this section itself is for those people who cannot claim HRA exemption. Okay, just like we have in 80CCD, NPS. NPS is now open even for non-employees also. Similar. Understood? Okay. The deduction is available to an individual only. Rent paid is allowed as deduction to the extent of least of the following. Something similar like your HRA? Similar, not same. Excess of rent paid over 10% of total income. What was the part in HRA? Salary for the purpose of HRA, correct? Okay. Here we have total income. Total income obviously will mean GTI, gross total income. Or 25% of total income, correct? What we had in salary? 40 or 50, no. But his total income includes all the incomes which he has. That's why. Or rupees 5,000 per month. Maximum? अरे वाह, good, हाँ, आगे सिद्धि संभालो सबको. ये तो 5,000, इसका अंदर 5,000 into 12, that is better. ये तो डायरेक्ट 6 लाख on the buy God 60,000. आंसर नहीं आया. ये तो 5,000, ये तो 5,000 into 12, मतलब आगे तो बोलने का ही नहीं. आगे total income means GTI as reduced by, that means GTI minus deductions under chapter 6A but except obviously section 80GG. So for the purpose of calculation of 80GG, take all the GTI minus all of the chapter 6A also except 80GG. Then no deduction even if residential accommodation is owned by the assessee. Means what? Which cases can this be? I mean, what cases they are avoiding? Very good. In salary also we had seen. You may not be able to occupy the same house property because of employment purpose. In HP also I think that was the case. Somebody you were asking me. Because of employment you cannot occupy the house property. Possible? No. A person has shifted his job. It's not in his control. Job is in Mumbai. House property is in Pune. Then what to do? He may give that property on rent and stay on rent. If not job, here cannot actually allow. But let us say he is changing his business also, whatever for any reasons. Correct? But this again is applicable or eligible only for not owning any house property at all. Okay? You can claim 80GG. Correct. Then you have to file ITR, income tax return. And then if you are filing income tax return with incorrect information, then you will get love letter. Love letter from income tax department. Please come and visit us for tea. Something like that. Obviously then they will understand something is wrong is happening. Understood till here? Everyone? Next one. 80GGA. So GG. D for दवाई, GG घर घर, E for education. क्या बात, good good. GGA next one, donations for scientific research. वो घर पे करो. और rural development. Donations for scientific research or rural development. These wordings were where? PGBP section around 35. We have all, what all we had there? Agriculture extension we had, skill development we had. What else? Yes? Tell me simply, pay attention. Those benefits are in section 35 around. Yes? Which head of income? Obviously PGBP. It is common sense now, pay attention. That if you are claiming deduction under section 35 or around 35, your income should be under PGBP. Correct or wrong? If a person doesn't have a PGBP income but he wants to contribute, okay, to all these purposes, he is again allowed some deduction. Are you following or no? So they are not just trying to restrict certain deduction only for a particular head of income. A person may have house property income, a person may have IOS income or even CG income, but he wants to donate for scientific research or even rural development. Understood? That he doesn't have any income under PGBP. So that was a loss. Understood? So here we are allowing it. Shh. Teja, read. SSC. Whose earns? Whose earns? Who earns? Again, under PGBP. Okay, next one. Okay, read, come on. So PGBP should not be the income, okay, of that SSC. Otherwise, ADGGA is not allowed. Okay, so cash payment is allowed or not allowed? Allowed up to rupees 10,000. Up to, if at all the cash payment is above 10,000, then gone. Entire amount is not allowed as deduction. Okay. Next one. Okay, that is okay. That is fine. All these sections are all coming from where? 35 PGBP. Correct. Only something different was here. Public sector company, local authority, association or institution approved by national committee for carrying out any eligible project or scheme. Okay, so whatever is told by that particular committee, those companies, local authorities or even association or institutions, if you make payment or donation to them, it can be allowed as deduction. Done? Next one. Contribution to political parties or electoral trust. Electoral trust means those trusts, or you can say those legal entity which is in the, you can say, work of elections. Okay, election commissions. Correct, election commissions. ADGGB, contribution by companies are eligible for deduction. That means eligible assessee is only company, not individual. And GGC, contribution by other persons are eligible for deduction. Separate section for them. Yes. Okay, it is ulta, reverse. Over here, C is not for company. Okay, C is not for company. Both of them are similar purpose. That is the only logic to remember actually. Next one, exactly. No deduction shall be allowed under section 80 GGB or 80 GGC in respect of any sum by way of cash. Is there a monetary limit of cash payment? Even 1 rupee paid, even that will not be allowed as deduction. Okay. Chara. SH. Political parties. Okay. Next one. ADTDA. बेचो, अपने को बेच दिया. Whatever helps you to remind or remember the sections, whatever you can play with your own short forms, tricks, whatever you like. Okay. Next one, very important, ADTDA and ADTDB. Very important. You don't have to remember ADTDA and ADTDB. Actually, it is one of the simplest ones. Check. Deduction in respect of interest on deposits in savings account. It is savings account interest. Okay. Deduction is available only obviously to individual or HUF on interest on deposits not being time deposit. What are time deposits? Means? Okay, or recurrent deposits. Fine. In a savings account. Okay, fine. Now savings account can be with a banking company or even with a cooperative bank. Both the banks are allowed. Or even with post office. Post office has savings bank account. Yes, post office does the work of banking also. Okay. I'm transferring. I've transferred that. Transferred it. No. Deduction up to rupees 10,000. Correct. So if you file income tax return today, maybe yours. Correct. You may have this, maybe only this income, maybe interest on savings account, and that maybe that entire income will be not taxable. You can claim deduction up to rupees 10,000. So just maybe calculate at the rate of 4% per annum in savings account interest. How much would be the balance per day? 10,000 divided by 4%. If you claim or if you take 4% interest per annum on savings account deposit, 10,000 divided by 4% is what? 4 lakh rupees? Only 2,50,000. Okay. So 2,50,000 should be your regular balance for the entire year in the savings account, isn't it? Then you will be able to cross the limit of 10 lakh rupees. 10,000 rupees. Okay. Are you following or no, everyone? Yes? Okay. So I hope your limit of 10,000 crosses soon. Okay. You have to keep that much balance. Next one, ADTDB. Pay attention. Deduction in respect of interest on deposits. What is the word used over here? Only deposits for resident senior citizen. So first of all, what is the difference between ADTDA and ADTDB? ADTDB is only for senior citizens. Now your word is used deposit. It includes both the deposits, savings account deposit and fixed deposit also. Okay. Check. Where GTI, that is gross total income of assessee, such assessee, which kind of assessee? Resident senior citizen, includes interest income earned by banking, cooperative or post office. Understood here? What again, what have they used? Includes interest income. Are they using the word savings account interest? They are using now interest. Now that interest includes savings or even FD. Deduction of up to rupees 50,000 is allowed. So they are getting more deduction. And in this 50,000, pay attention, ADTDA is already included. That is the assumption. That means a person will not be eligible to claim ADTDA as well as ADTDB at the same time. Not allowed. Which is more beneficial for a senior citizen? Obviously, ADTDB is going to get that much deduction. See, in the savings account, you are getting deduction of up to 10,000. A person, now obviously the limit over here is how much now? 50,000. So you can in a way assume or understand that extra deduction of 40,000 you are getting maybe on fixed deposit interest, on FD interest. That is also how you can understand. Are you following or no? Savings account was always there. ADTDB has come only 1 or 2 years back. ADTDA is since long period of time. Are you following or no? So they are getting some extra deduction. So such person will not be able to claim ADTDA separately. Understood, everyone? Okay. Let us do some questions. 15, 1, 5. Now that deduction under section 80 GG, 25% was there, no GTI. That is irrespective of location. Remember or no? But location is important in the chapter of salary for HRA computation. Okay, write down. Deduction under section 80 GG is allowed for individual assessee not claiming benefit of exemption. Which exemption? Very good. Of HRA under section 1013A. Very good. Second, deduction is least or no? Least of the following. Check point number A. Actual rent paid in excess of 10% of GTI. Correct, no? 10%. Rent paid in excess of. Rent paid in excess of. Correct. 10% of GTI. In excess of, that means you have to reduce or minus. How much is the rent paid for the year? Per month he is paying how much? 12,000 for 12 months. Very good. Minus 10% of GTI. GTI is how much given to you computed? 4,60,000. So 144 minus 46, correct? No? 90 rupees, 98,000 is first figure. Point number B. What is it? 25% of GTI. So which is 25% of rupees 4,60,000. 15, no? How much? Rupees 1,15,000. And 60,000, that is rupees 5,000 per month. Okay. Correct. The whole least obviously is 60,000. How do you know he has not claimed under HRA? How do you know he has not claimed under HRA? Businessman. That you have to understand. Very good. Very smart. Should I give you a tough question? किसने बोला? Nothing happened. Done. Ganja man. Ready, no? Yo, I'll shout now. Okay, take one question. Mr. X, a salaried employee, received, repeat, 6,48,000 as basic allowance. The screen will go up, then don't tell me. You have to hurry up. And rupees 42,000 as project allowance. Full stop. Employer provided concessional accommodation at rupees 1 lakh per annum full stop. The house is in Delhi for which employer pays rupees 1,92,000 rent per annum. Full stop. Mr. X has IOS of rupees 27,860. Full stop. He pays medical premium, medical insurance premium of rupees 20,000 and PPF contribution each rupees 5,500. Full stop. Can he claim deduction under section 80 GG? Full stop. Also compute his taxable income. Solve. So in the given case, what will happen? ADGG can be claimed or not? Why it can be claimed? HRA is not there. HRA is not there. What is HRA? It is part of income. Do you remember allowances? Medical allowance, uniform allowance, telephone allowance, XYZ allowance. That is HRA allowance. One of the part is HRA allowance. Is HRA given to him in the salary component? Okay, this house property or whatever house is given as accommodation is part of what then calculation? It is rent, concessional rent accommodation. It is part of perquisites. 17.1, 17.2, 17.3. All three are different. Correct? So it is not, there is no concept of HRA here. Yes or no? In his income, there are only two incomes, basic and project allowance. There is no HRA. Write down if you want. Point number 1. In given case, salary does not include, yes, HRA. Therefore, exemption under section 1013A does not arise. Full stop. Therefore, what is his name? Mr. X. Even if salaried employee can claim deduction under section 80 GG. Are we prohibiting from totally from salary income? Are we saying the person earning income from salary is he not allowed? It is not like that. Who is not allowed? The one who claims only 1013K. There may also be a case now. In the current case, there is no HRA in the income. A person may not have HRA in the income, no? So he can claim. He may earn salary, but he can claim 80GG. Understood? Second point is your computation of Anybody any answer? Net taxable income. At least can you give me income from salaries? Shitty. Final answer that is, or income from salaries. How much? Very close one. First one, we have only two incomes, head of income, income from salaries and IOS. We have basic salary, yes. How much? 6,48,000. Then what next? What do we have? Project allowance, fully taxable. Okay. How much? 42,000. Add what? Perquisites. Correct? Under that first one we have concessional accommodation.
Sir, 6,77,000.
Somebody said that, no? Maybe very close. That's finalized now. Concessional accommodation. Okay, what is the rule of perquisite for this? Delhi property not owned by employer. Or whichever is lower, no? Rent paid by employer or 15%. Rent paid by employer or 15% of salary. Salary for this purpose. Everything taxable. Is how much? 6,90,000 is this? 80, 80, 90. All the taxable allowances. So remember, salary for this purpose. All the taxable allowances also working. So perquisite is actually lower of actual rent paid by employer, yes, or 15% of salary. Okay, actual rent paid is what? 1,92,000 and 15% of salary is 6,90,000 for our consideration. So it is 1,92,000, or this is how much? 1,03,500. So outer column, not 1,03,500. Minus. This is the value of perquisite. Is 1,03,500 minus what is paid by employee to employer. Yes or no? So outer column 3,500. Yes. Anything else to be adjusted in salary now? Nothing. So we have income from salary. How much? Correct. 6,93,500. Yes. Then we have another head of income, which is income from other sources. Income from IOS. Very nice. How much is that? 27,860. Very good. Therefore, what do we arrive at? Gross total income is how much? 7,21,360. Very good. Yes, everyone. Next one is what? Less. Deduction under what? Chapter 6A. 6 lakh.
65,446.
Correct. Do you have section 80C deduction? Yes? PPF, no? Everyone? PPF contribution. How much it is? Only 5,500. The next which section will take? Medical insurance premium is section 80D. Very good. Is it within limit? Even if age is not given to us right now, that's why I purposely kept 20,000. 20,000, no? Okay. That is it over here. And do we have, can we claim 80GG?
Yes.
So third one, section 80GG. Yes. For that now you can do two things. You can here just write down working note number 1. Is it okay? So we'll leave some space for that. And then what will arrive at? Net taxable income. Right? Okay till here everyone? Then working note number 1 is your 80GG deduction calculation. Each now come on. Okay, deduction is least of following, yes or no? For that first we need what? GTI. Correct, no? GTI for this purpose equals to, tell me. No. First the theory.
GTI minus.
Yes, very important. GTI minus any deduction under section, under chapter. Yes, under chapter 6A, except obviously 80GG. Yes or no? So that is actually the NDA right now. What is available? 7,21,360. Yes or no? Minus 5,500 and minus.
20,000.
Yes. Which comes to?
6,95,860.
Okay. Thank you. 6,95,860. Everyone? Now, least of the following. Point number A. Rent paid in excess of 10% or 25%?
10%.
10% of GTI. Rent paid in excess of 10% of rent paid? GTI. GTI which we have calculated, okay? How much is the rent paid? He has paid 1 lakh. And 10% of 6,95,860. So 1 lakh minus 69,586 is how much? 30,414. Point number B. 25% of GTI. 25% of GTI. So 25% into 6,95,860. Everyone okay? Yes? How much is that?
1,73,90.
1,76,090. 965. I don't know what you did. You didn't reduce? Maybe you didn't reduce that GTI. And C, 60,000. Least is 30,414. Right? Then everyone bring this 30,414 in the computation. Yes? How much? Before rounding off. 6 lakh 65,446. You will say here what? Rounded off under section. In the syllabus over A and B is still confusion. Huh? Income is A, tax is B. Which is 6,65,004. Very good. You want to break?